Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into the third and final Autumn 2025 Season 1 Roundup from GavsWeatherVids. So here we go again, we're going to bring you more autumn data, and of course this is ahead of our autumn forecast being released tomorrow, Sunday the 31st of August. Final day of the month will be the day of our autumn forecast reveal. So exciting times, and I should get on with the third and final autumn 2025 simple roundup for you in a moment. Just say that first, a minute of shares at 6 UK weather forecast. We've got the GWV 42 day for channel members, and of course there's a 10 to 14 day on the way later on today as well. Please like, share, subscribe on all today's videos and content. Show everyone for doing that. Thanks, shows Richard for our amazing autumn updates gift. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much, Rich. We've got an autumn forecast gift for you exclusively tomorrow. This will be the final time to see the autumn updates gift. Thank you so much, Rich, for the gift. Love it. Okay, well, let's do this. We're going to rattle through these seed models. We're going to start, of course, as always, with the North American models, beginning with CANSIPS. Now, this means sea level pressure anomaly for the autumn of 2025 from CANSIPS, showing higher pressure in the Atlantic. Lower pressure is away to the north, looking like a relatively anticyclonic autumn there. With CANSIPS, courtesy of tropical tidbits. Temperature anomalies are forecast to be above average, a rather warmish autumn of around 1-2 degrees above normal is predicted. And so sorry, everyone will be a gab video about 7 goals, and also a drier than average autumn is on the way. Right, looking at the NMME suite of models, starting with NASA, slightly above average temperatures predicted there for this autumn. Not a particularly big deviation though. And a little bit on the drier than average side might suggest an increased risk perhaps of some autumn frost. The GEM, another Canadian model, of course, is going for above average temperature by about half a degree. And not much of a signal precipitation-wise either. And then we've got NCAR looking quite a lot lower with the temperature anomaly for this autumn, coming out close to average or having no particular signal. Precipitation-wise, slightly on the west side to the north and slightly on the drier side down to the south. And then we come to the IRI, which is, let's have a look at that, the International Research Institute for Climate and Society, part of Columbia Climate School. Try saying all of that when you've been on the magic water. No, temperature probability is for above average temperatures for Ireland, England, Wales, and a little bit below for parts of Scotland there. And precipitation probability is showing no signal, but perhaps slightly on the wetter side for France. And then lastly, for North American models, got CFSV2, as ever, with higher pressure through the Atlantic into the west of Europe, perhaps focus particularly on the Mediterranean. It's a rather strange anomaly. Temperature anomaly is predicted to be slightly above average as always, and precipitation anomalies are predicted to be near normal. Right, so we come to the European models next, starting with ECMWF, means sea level pressure anomaly from the ECMWF looks like this, with high pressure in the Atlantic, and we're bringing in generally a westerly flow. The temperature anomaly predicted to be above average, half a degree, 1 degree, or 1-2 degrees above normal, and it's showing a rather wetter than average autumn, particularly to the north, but driving average to the south. The Copernicus suite of models looks like this, starting with Metro France, very similar to the ECM and CANSIPS, with higher pressure ridging in from the Atlantic into western portions of Europe, slightly above average temperatures by about half a degree to 1 degree, and not much single precipitation, but you would expect probably a largely drier than average season. But DWD, the German model, looking like this. So that's a little bit more centering the high pressure out in the Atlantic, low pressure away to the north-northeast. So that sends the wind more on northwest-southeast alignment. However, temperature on is actually higher from a DWD. Not sure what explains that, but it's in those red shady colours, which is 1 to 2 degrees above north. That's one of the warmer models, you know, for the temperature anomaly. And so precipitation goes wetter than average to the north and a little bit on the driving average side down to the south. Then we've got the CMCC. Mediterranean model. This one, again, with higher pressure in the Atlantic, perhaps more towards the northwest, could be some lower pressure through here, and perhaps a little bit more of an easterly type flow for this autumn. The temperature anomaly coming out slightly above average, not a big deviation. And again, not much signal for precipitation there from the CMCC. And then the ECCC looking like that, with high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north, rather flat and westerly then. Temperature anomalies in the orange to red colours, so quite a warm autumn is expected, and perhaps slightly more unsettled signal with above average rainfall, especially so to the north. And then we have got the okay, so we've got CMCC, but we've got Bureau of Meteorology coming up next, and that one has above average temperatures, 1 to 2 degrees above normal, and as far as precipitation goes, it's wetter than average up to the north and dry than average down to the south. But JMA, perhaps a bit more anti-cyclonic, so they're all much of a muchness, aren't they? Lots of high pressure in the Atlantic, but differing on the exact placement and how much that's ridging into Western Europe. The temperature anomaly, again, it's slightly above average, not a big deviation. And lastly, from the Australian model, no particular signal really for precipitation. No Beijing Climate Centre update this month, so we come back to our very own UK Met to round things off. This one looking rather unsettled for the autumn. Deep low pressure looks like it's sitting to the north of Scotland, high pressure to the south, that bringing quite a strong westerly zonal flow. Slightly above average temperatures with those westerlies through this autumn, a mild autumn to come. And precipitation-wise, we look like that. So yes, it's on the wetter than average side, a mild but wet autumn to come, if that's right. We'll see. Right, that's long-range models done. Then that is your third and final season one roundup for the autumn of 2025 within 8 minutes. Not bad going, that, was it? No, if you enjoyed the video, like, share, subscribe, and of course, this is the final installment on the countdown to autumn. The only thing left to do is to give you our autumn forecast, and we'll be doing that for you tomorrow at 10 a.m. So exciting times. When I say exciting, we release a long-range forecast. We only do 4 of those a year on the channel. And autumn forecast for 2025 from GavsWeatherVids will be released 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'll see you then. Thanks so much to Richard for our autumn updates gear. Thank you so much to Shryan. Thank you so much to Terry as well. Hashtag Team Gav. Awesome as always. We'll end it there. And we'll see you again with more very soon. For this one, that's all for now. And thanks for watching.